You may have reached this video while searching for Ashadi Ekadashi, which is also known as the Devashayani Ekadashi. This Ekadashi falls every year on the 11th day of the Ashad Maas in the Hindu calendar. This is celebrated as a day when the Master of the Universe, Lord Vishnu, enters his yogic sleep or Yoga Nidra on his serpent Adishesha for a period of 4 months, only to wake up on the day of the Prabodhini Ekadashi. We will speak about the Ekadashis more later in this video. You may have also reached this video while searching for Pandharpur. Now, Pandharpur is located in the Sholapur district of Maharashtra. Here, the River Bhima takes a crescent shape and is hence known as Chandrabhaga River. It is most famous for the Sri Vithala Rukmini temple, also known as the Vithoba temple. Dedicated to Lord Krishna and his consort Rukmini or Rakhubai, it has an interesting legend associated with it. I am Sangeeta Venkatesh and a very warm namaste. According to the legend of this place, it has a very interesting story behind it, and let me tell you that. So there was a young man, Pundalik, who was devoted son to his parents, Janudev and Satyavati. However, after marriage, there was a change in Pundalik's attitude towards his parents and he started ill-treating them. Sad, tired, and disgusted with their son's behavior, the parents decided to proceed towards Kashi or Varanasi in search of liberation or moksha. When Pundalik got to know of his parents' plans, he also decided to join them along with his wife. But during the journey too, Pundalik's attitude did not change and he was inconsiderate towards his aging parents. While he and his wife rode on a horse, the parents were made to walk the journey. Tired as they were, the family decided to take a break at the hermitage of a sage called Kukutswami. That night, Pundalik found it very difficult to sleep. Just before daybreak, he witnessed something extraordinary. A group of beautiful young women entered the sage's hermitage, but were quite filthy and dressed in dirty clothes. And they started doing household chores like cleaning, washing the clothes, fetching water for the hermitage. They then entered the prayer room, and when they emerged, their clothes were spotlessly clean. Pundalik was intrigued and wondered whether it was all a dream. But a strange feeling of peace came over him. And so he decided to lay awake the subsequent night too. The women entered the ashram yet again. This time Pundalik mustered the courage and and decided to speak to them. "Who are you?" he inquired. The women replied, "We are the holy rivers of Bharatavarsha. Ganga, Yamuna, Narmada, Godavari and all our sisters who go through this land. People take a dip in our waters to wash off their sins and all the other dirt that exists in their mind, body and souls. That is why we look so dirty." Pundalik was stunned by listening to them. They continued to say, "But you are the biggest sinner. Just see how you treat your parents." So the entire episode was an awakening for Pundalik. He realized his grave mistake and decided to serve and look after his parents with devotion. It is said that sincere devotion of any kind reaches the Supreme Being one day or the other. And Lord Vishnu was so pleased that he left his abode, Vaikuntha, and arrived at the doorstep of Pundalik's house. Pundalik was busy serving food to his parents and he asked the visitor to wait until he finished. He offered the Lord a brick to stand on so that his feet wouldn't get muddy and wet due to the monsoon rains. The Lord waited for Pundalik to finish And when he came out to apologize, having made him wait all this while, the Lord simply asked him, "Okay, ask me, request for a boon." Pundalikna was elated and asked him to stay back on earth to continue blessing his devotees. The wish was granted, and to this day, the Swayambhu or the self manifested form of Lord Vithoba stands on the brink in Pandharpur along with his consort Rukmini. So, let me describe the temple as we witnessed it. The entrance to Lord Vittala's temple faces the river Chandrabhaga. At the entrance are the samadhis of Sant Namdev and Chokkamela. Namdev was a staunch devotee of Lord Vittala. He was adopted by a childless couple, Damashet, a printer by profession, and his wife, Gonai, when he was found floating down the river. The parents were part of the Varkari sect, and they are a sect who follow Lord Vithoba and have a strict code of conduct. Even as at a young age, his feelings, Namdev's feelings for Lord Krishna or Vittala was that of a friend. So in Bhakti Yoga, this is known as a Sakhya Bhava. According to legend, when Namdev was 5 years old, his mother sent sweets to be offered to Lord Vithoba in the temple. But when Namdev saw that the sweets just remained as it was, he cried his heart out, saying that, okay, the Lord doesn't want to accept sweets from me, and he felt so hurt. And so he carried on crying. He cried so much that the Lord himself manifested in front of him and ate the sweets. So that was a beautiful story of Namdev's childhood, and he later went on to compose many bhajans and abhangs in Marathi and dedicated to Lord Krishna and the Vaishnava philosophy. Later, he traveled the country and he reached the Gurdaspur district of Punjab, where even the Sikh followers followed his teachings and listened to his kirtans. Now, Chokkamela was another devotee who belonged to the Varkari sect and followed Namdev's teachings. So, when you enter the temple, the first shrine is that of Lord Ganesha, obviously, followed by a small hall where we saw devotees singing bhajans, and after paying obeisance to Garuda and Hanuman, that is the two, gods who are at Lord Vishnu's feet, devotees can then go and see the face of Lord Vittala. We were present on a day when the crowds were less, and so we had a darshan very quickly and were also led into the sanctum sanctorum to touch his feet. There are also shrines for Lord's consorts, Rukmini, Satyabhama, and Radha. Shrines dedicated to Lord Narasimha, Lord Venkateshwara, Shiva, Goddess Annapurneshwari, and Mahalakshmi complete the temple. So, who are the Varkari people, or what is the sect all about? The Varkari sect has been part of the Hindu culture since the 13th century. They recognize around 50 poet saints, and an 18th century hagiographical work by Marathi biographer Mahipati has documented their work that spans a period of 500 years. The Varkari people undertake a pilgrimage on Ashad Shukla Paksha Ekadashi, which is known as Devashaini Ekadashi, as we mentioned before. And Ekadashi means 11th in Sanskrit, and it refers to the 11th day of a fortnight belonging to a lunar month. And Devashaini Ekadashi falls on the moon's waxing phase, which is known as Shukla Paksha, in the month of June and July. Devashaini Ekadashi comes just after the Jagannath Rath Yatra and heralds the beginning of the Chaturmasa. which is a holy period of 4 months in the Hindu calendar. And it also heralds the rainy seasons, and hence wandering mendicants and saints stay at holy places giving discourses to the people who live there instead of traveling. So Devashaini Ekadashi is, like we mentioned, is known as Ashadi Ekadashi. It is also known as Padma Ekadashi and Hari Shaini Ekadashi. So, and the pilgrimage which is undertaken by the Varkari sect is known as the Dimbi Yatra. On this day, the Varkari pilgrims carry the padukas or footwear of the Lord and also their saints in a palanquin and walk and sing collectively in what is called a dindi. Many Varkaris are farmers and undertake a 21-day walk to Pandharpur after sowing their seeds. Thousands turn up in Pandharpur on this occasion, and this occasion has been featured in the Limca Book of Records as one of the most visited places in one day. So, after visiting the temple, we went to the bank of the river Chandrabhaga. And this is one area which I felt the administration has to undertake massive maintenance work, at least at the time that is when we visited. The river is beautiful, no doubt, but litter mars its beauty. The holy river has unfortunately become a dumping ground. The path to the river also needs reconstruction, and the overall ambience has to be made more aesthetic. The town itself needs a lot of sprucing up as it has broken roads and a lot of trash lying around. But like I said, that's when we went a couple of years back. But I don't know whether anything could have changed this fast. And for an important and holy pilgrim site, this is most unfortunate. And so I hope and pray to Lord Vithoba that in the near future, Pandharpur, his abode, gets the attention it deserves. So we drove to a designated, car park when we had arrived to Pandharpur from Mumbai. But as soon as we arrived, we parked it and decided to hop on to an auto rickshaw. And the driver also doubled up as our guide. That was the wisest decision as we didn't need to navigate our way. So, how do you reach Pandharpur? And I will tell you the route from Mumbai. To reach Pandharpur from Mumbai, we have to go towards Panvel and then get on to the Mumbai Pune expressway. And from Pune city, go towards the Magarpata city, then to Loni, Kalbhor, Kedagaon, and Khadki. And when you drive further on the Mumbai Sholapur highway, you head towards the Indapur, Tembhumi, and reach Pandharpur via Karkham. So, I hope you like this account of Pandharpur. If so, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, please. Share it. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So, until next time, with another story, this is Sangeeta Venkatesh saying Namaste.